Now we are starting our next webinar on herbal wines because wine day is also there. Thank you. Thank you very much. National Wine Day of US. Today we are celebrating through our webinar, AYUSH SAMRIDDHI webinar, and the milestone is 1518 in 4 years and 784 in last 1 year. So thank you. I am really grateful to all speakers, all experts of the dice for guiding us, supporting us, and inspiring us to continue this journey to infinite. Thank you. Thank you very much. I would like to invite Professor Vishnu Prasad Sharma ji for welcoming all the speakers. Professor Vishnu Prasad Sharma ji, former principal, Government Ayurvedic College, Guwahati. Welcome, sir.
Namaskar. Good evening to everybody. Hariom. Respected distinguished guests, eminent speaker, ladies and gentlemen. I, Professor Dr. Vishnu Prasad Sharma, welcome all of you to this AYUSH SAMRIDDHI International Webinar Series on Medicinal Herbal Wines. Most important subject today we have. And it is most essential today, medicinal herbal wines, because wine bottle prices has increased day by day. If medicinal herbal wine may be available in the market, it will be helpful for the people to gain body weight or to maintain health. So in this webinar, we have eminent speaker. I want to welcome Dr. Vinita V. Kurup, Associate Professor, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, J.S. Ayurved Mahavidyalaya from Nadiad. Namaskar, madam, and welcome you to this AYUSH SAMRIDDHI webinar.
Namaskar.
Next, I want to welcome Dr. Rakesh Anil Jope, Ayurved consultant, Sri Ayurveda, ex-assistant professor and consultant, Topovono Ayurvedic Medical College and Hospital from Budapest, Hungary. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this AYUSH SAMRIDDHI webinar. Next, I want to welcome Dr. Soikot Kumar Basu, Executive Research Director from Alberta, Canada. Namaskar, sir, and welcome you to this AYUSH SAMRIDDHI webinar on medicinal herbal wines. Once again, I welcome all the eminent speakers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to this important subject, AYUSH SAMRIDDHI webinar on medicinal herbal wines. Thank you. Namaskar, Vato Pavanji.
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to communicate one thing, sir. Our Asava and Arista are really comparable with wines. Number one. If a person is taking wines, harmful wines, he can replace those wines with our Asava and Aristas. Because the alcohol percentage in Asava and Arista is moreover similar. In unfortified wines, 15.5% to 25%, and unfortified 5% to 16%. That is comparable to Asav. But the unethical practices of manufacturers, I was associated with Imami and Jandu for 35 years, and we planned for launching Mrat Sanjeevani Sura. And in the meantime, in Delhi, one Jain factory, 200 persons were killed due to chemical adulteration in wine before 25 years. So our Mrat Sanjeevani Sura, only one Sura, means wine, if we translate in Hindi, that is Sura. Wine means Sura. And we have only one Sura, Mrat Sanjeevani Sura, that was called aphrodisiac, and name was given Mrata Sanjeevani Sura means really a great tonic, but unfortunately, due to adulteration, due to methyl alcohol addition, 200 persons were killed before 25 years in Delhi. That case can be found out. So, our Mrata Sanjeevani Sura has banned then from then. So, when big manufacturers avoided this concept to launch Mrata Sanjeevani Sura, they were really shocked that Ayurvedic product can kill 200 persons. That was a very great, shocking news at that time. So I would like to request persons from all over the world that instead of wine, my suggestion, personal, our expert will guide us more, but my suggestion is that please use our Draksha Sav, because before 25 years, 30 years, Chandu and Davar, both Restora, one brand was given, and Jandu was exporting at that time before 30 years one brand. I am missing that brand on Drakshovinon like this, and that was exported in a bottle like wine, and that was very good product, and ultimately that was stopped. So wine is very careful subject, and it is my desire, my dream that in one day Ayurvedic wine should capture every wine store 60 to 80% with our original herbs, not chemicals only. This is my dream. Our cannabis is banned, our opium is banned, our sura is banned. Then what is in Ayurveda? For recreation, for stress relieving, for pain relieving, nothing else. Previously, we were operating cases before 1,000 years by administration of alcohol to the patient. उसको दारू में इतना टुन्न कर दिया जाता था कि उसको ऑपरेशन की मालूम ही नहीं पड़ती थी. क्यों? क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ क्लोरोफॉर्म नहीं था. आज की डेट में क्लोरोफॉर्म आने से वो हमारी पूरी वाइन्स तो चली गई, रेंज ऑफ वाइन चली गई. आशा और इष्ट बनाना लोगों ने कम कर दिए. आशा और इष्ट पेट में आ गए, फर्मेंटेशन ज्यादा होने लगा, बोतलें टूटने लगी, बहुत सारी चीजें आई. मैं आदरणीय अग्निहोत्री जी को संक्षिप्त प्राकथन के लिए सादर आमंत्रित करता हूं.
धन्यवाद प्रोफेसर पवन शर्मा जी.
अग्निहोत्री, प्रोफेसर फॉर्मर प्रिंसिपल हरिद्वार आयुर्वेद मेडिकल कॉलेज, हरिद्वार. वेलकम सर.
Thank you, Professor Pawan Sharma ji. Thank you so much. And I welcome all the guest speakers of today's webinar and all the other dignitaries joined the platform, also the viewers of our YouTube. Whenever it comes a matter of wine, really, you take out such a great topic in a such easy manner that whenever it comes a matter of wine, you see, it automatically distinguished and keeps one sector away, known as teetotalers, because they have got no involvement in this, and rest of the persons and population, it is a high word to understand. Of course, apart from its medicinal use and benefits and merits, it's also a subject of, say, national government level, state government level, revenue sector, its provision. States like Gujarat and Bihar is having 100% restrictions over the consumption of this. These are the things. Apart from that, we Ayurvedic persons are always there to have such great things in a form of a medicine. So goes the case with opium, so goes the case with Vijaya, our cannabis, and also our Asavaris. Asavaris has got their this contents out of the fermentation, and it has got a particular ability known as the autogenesis of alcohol. So it strengthens its the percentage increases on storage. So we are having a boon in disguise, which we can say if we keep it and use it in a divided dose, in a therapeutic dose, in a proper manner, and that too for it is indicated just to increase the appetite or so and everything. But in a form of, say, addiction or habit forming or overdosing, or its adulteration with the help of the other things like methyl alcohol, the rest everybody knows how it happens. It costs or it amounts directly to the life. So it's very important that we should be careful, and we must expand the awareness regarding the use of wine and where the Ayurveda is completely safe. with these words, I again thanks all and welcome all the guest speakers of today, and over to Professor Pawan Sharma ji for further conduct. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Before inviting our speakers, I would like to suggest again the dose of asavarist is 4 tola. 3 से 4 tola means 40 ml. 40 ml means more than a small peg. So we should literate the society. We should educate the society to replace those wines with our asavarist. This is my dream. I would like to invite Dr. Vinita Kurupji after a long time. Thank you, madam, for joining. And please do join every day. Dr. Rakesh, Dr. Vinita ji, to please do join every day. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. Let me share the screen, sir. Sir, I think my screen is...
Your screen is visible. You can go for slideshow.
Okay, sir.
Presentation mode will maximize the slide size.
Yes, sir.
Down, beside percentage.
Yes. Okay, sir. Evan, good evening to Pawan Kumar, sir, respected Agnihotre, sir, and Vishnu Prasad Sharma, sir. And again, first of all, I am grateful to Pawan Kumar, sir, for giving me the chance again for being there in this platform. Like right away, moving to the subject, my time allotted is 20 minutes, and I assure that I can finish the talk within 15 to 20 minutes, sir. So today's presentation, I would like to give a brief
Your presentation
talk about...
is not on the presentation mode, please, madam. It is visible in PowerPoint mode.
Sir, it is there in PowerPoint mode itself. Is it okay?
It is there in PowerPoint mode, not presentation mode.
Okay, no, it's okay, sir. I will change.
Thank
you. So today's presentation, I would like to give a brief introduction or brief idea about the different alcoholic preparations which are told or explained in the Ayurvedic classics, especially the Madhya Varga. So first of all, a few qualities of Madhya, how Madhya works in the body and what are all the effects of Madhya in the body. First of all, the most important two properties of Madhya, like it works as Dipana and it is Rochana. So it works as one which is digestive and one which is increasing the taste. So both these are very important aspects. The other two, again, very important. It is having two properties, that is Tikshna and Ushna. So both are very much potent. Among the 10 qualities of Madhya, these two are very potent, that is Tikshna and Ushna. Now, there are few types of Madhya, the names of different alcoholic preparations which are given in the classical texts. First and foremost one, that is called Sura. So where it is told that Sura is a fermented preparations that is made from rice. So when the rice and its products are being prepared for in a form of wine or in a form of alcohol, after completion of that fermentation process, what we get, according to the quality of that outcome, the processed material what we are getting, the different layers of that material is given with different names. So the first one, where it is considered as the Sura Manda, the uppermost layer of the Sura, that is called Madhya. Just beneath that, what we get, it is called the Sura proper. Below that, we get the Jagala. It's even more dense, or it is the thickness is even more than that of the Sura. Below that, we get the Vakkasa or Surya Bija. There are many different names for the last layer. That is, it is maybe also termed as Kinva. So all these are the different names which is given for the last layer. So this is about the Sura. One more very important preparations of alcohol, which is coming in the Madhya Varga, that is called the Sidhu. Sidhu is the one which is prepared from fermenting the ikshurasa, the sugarcane juice. It is very popular. So once the sugarcane juice is fermented to prepare an alcohol or a madhya, that is called sidhu. So there are two types of sidhu. I think all of us may be aware that it is called pakwa rasa sidhu and apakwa rasa sidhu. So before
Ma'am, sorry, आपका slide नहीं move कर रहा है. You have changed your slides or not?
No, sir. No, sir. This is the same slide.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Sir, in the second one, like when we explain about Sidhu, so where it is called Pakwarasa Sidhu and Apakwarasa Sidhu. These are the two varieties of Sidhu, where in the first one, where the Agni Samyoga is done before we keep for fermentation. That is called Pakwarasa Sidhu. And another one, Apakwarasa Sidhu, where there is no Agni Samyoga before we keep for fermentation. There is something else called Gauda, so which is prepared by fermenting the jaggery. There is something called Madhulaga, so fermented preparation of wheat, gehu or godhuma. So these are all the few preparations of madhya, or among the ingredients or the contents of the madhya varga what we get in the classics. There are three important preparations of alcohol. One is called arishta, then asava, and another one is called dhanyamla. So as Pawan Kumar sir said, like arishta asavas are the most important and most accepted preparations of alcohol or in the Ayurvedic pharmacopoeia, where arishta and asava both are considered as the fermented preparations, where while preparing the arishta, we use different kvata for ferment. Before we use different kvata for fermentation for the preparation of arishta, where asavas are prepared by fermenting the mere solutions, or we can say the swarasas, the juice. So by fermenting, while preparing the asava, the material use these different juices. So these are the two very important things, arishta and asavas. Again, we have one more very important preparation. It is called dhanyamla. So this is actually we use even then there are many references where dhanyamla is used internally, but usually and commonly what we use dhanyamla is for external purpose now, for the purpose of dhara, for the purpose of parisheka. Even we use dhanyamla as an ingredient of niruha basti, etc. So this is how. So we will see the kanjika in the last again. So so these are the few different types of madhya where we get in different classical textbooks. Then there is something called Gauda Madhya. So the Madhya which is prepared from the Guda, that is jaggery. So there are different qualities explained, like it is Mutrakrit, it is Purishakrit, and it is Vada Shamaka. So these are the properties of Gauda Madhya. There is something that we already explained, the Sidhu, that is Sidhu Madhya, that is called Sidhu. So which is prepared from the sugar cane juice. So it is the apakwa rasa sidhu is said to be vada vitta shamaka, whereas the pakwa rasa sidhu is said to be the kapha shamaka. It is having the best property, that is shodaharam, and it is having action upon the digestive system. There is something called madhvasava, where madhu is fermented. So where madhvasava is being prepared. And that is even a medicine it is one which is explained in the Pramehadhikaram. So it is so indicated in pacifying the meha. There is something which is very important called shukta. So even the shukta is also indicated in, or it is told, or it is included in the Madhya Varga by the Acharyas. Shukta is actually called, it is vinegar. So it is having the properties like it is having a very clear-cut action on the three doshas. It is it helps in eliminating the rakta and pitta. It is vada shamaka. It is having a ushna tikshna property similar to the madhya, and it is amla pradhana rasa. It is having the amla rasa pradhanatva in it.
Madam,
Yes.
your slides are not moving. Your first slide only visible.
Yes, sir.
Your slides are not moving.
Sir, I'll share it again.
Please go for slideshow.
Yes, sir.
It is in PowerPoint mode, not slideshow.
Okay, sir.
If you can send me, I can also present on your behalf.
Okay, sir. Sir, is it okay now? Sir?
No.
It's not moving.
Okay.
Try to change it whether. Yes.
Yes, it is like, but it is not presentation mode.
Yes, sir. I'm starting from the beginning.
And
Sir, I think it is okay now.
Agnihotri sir.
yes, you can make it on full screen if possible.
Yes, sir. It is in full screen.
No problem. Please continue.
Okay, sir.
So
So Shukta, so we were discussing about Shukta. So it is the preparation of, it is even included in the Madhya Varga. So Shukta is actually considered as the diluted solution of acetic acid. So even though it is named as acetic acid, that is one which is given or which is prepared by the oxidation of the one called ethanol. So the ethyl alcohol. So that's why, that may be the reason why the Shukta is also indicated or included in the Madhya Varga. So there are different qualities of Shukta, that is vinegar, which is already been explained. There are different types of Shukta, that is Guda Shukta, which is derived from Guda, jaggery, which is derived from Ikshu, that is sugarcane, which is derived from Madhya, that is ethanol, which we explained right now, and which is also called Mardviga, one which is derived from the the grape, the black grape. So these are the types of Shukta which are explained in the classics. Shukta Sandhana qualities. So the qualities of Shukta, like it is having Amla Pradhana Rasa, it is Rochana and it is always increasing the taste, and it is Laghu in nature. So the one which is found now, which we are getting in the market or which is readily available as vinegar, may be considered as the Madhya Shukta. So that is the prepared vinegar. And there is something else called Shandagi. So there is one more preparation. So that is considered as the pickles, which are prepared out of the Shukta. So that's why it is also included, or which is just explained after the Madhya Varga, Shandagi. So where the tubers, fruits and vegetables, etc. are processed with Shukta, and the product what we get is called Shandagi. So these are the few things which are explained in the Madhya. So importantly, we have to remember the 4 things: Sura, Sidhu, then Arishta Asavas, and last one is Mardviga, which is called the wine. So that is which is derived from the grapes. And we have to remember like one thing that so coming to the last one, that is Kanjika. So that we explained already, the Dhanyamla. So usually which we are using it for the external purposes, even though the internal use of Dhanyamla is also explained by the Acharyas, but usually we use it for the purpose of Parisheka Avagaha, we use it for the purpose of Dhara, and we use it for the purpose as it is included, and it's an ingredient of Niruha Basti. So this is how the Madhya Varga is explained. Lastly, we have to remember few things, like Madhya is having Dasha Guna, and which are similar to the gunas of Visha, like the qualities like Lagu, Ushna, Tikshna, Sukshma, Vyavai, Vishada. So all these gunas are, the 10 gunas are explained for Madhya, and while explaining that itself, Ajari is telling like the qualities of Madhya are very similar, or it is exactly similar to that of the Visha. Again, in this context, one more question comes: what about Ojas? So Visha and Ojas are having the opposite qualities. So obviously we can understand Visha and the Madhya and Ojas are having the opposite qualities. So that's why, see, one which is called Mada, or one which causes intoxication, obviously affects the Ojas, and the Madhya Akshepa, the improper use of Madhya, that may lead to different diseases, that is called Madhya Akshepa Janya Vikaras. And Madatyaya is such a Vikara which is explained by Acharya in very detail by all the classics of Ayurveda. And there are different diseases. Other than that, there are few diseases called Dvamsaka. There are something called Vikshaya. See, these are all the few diseases which are explained by the improper usage of Madhya. So like finally, like it, Ashtarhridaya, when we see this Advrita, so there is a quotation telling Madhya Vikraya Sandhana Dana Adanani na Acharit. Madhya ka Vikraya, that is doing business with Madhya. Then it is called Sandhana, preparation of Madhya. Dana, offering it is offering the same to something, someone, and Adana, for ourselves. So all these are for said to be na achare. We are not supposed to do all these things. So once we are the follower of Sadvrata. So I would like to give the takeaway message that it can be, as Pawan Kumar sir said, under medical prescription, we can give asava aristas, we can give some kind of madhya to any of the medical usage, any of the medicinal usage. But other than that, we should be aware, and we should extend the knowledge to the public that the usage of madhya must not end up in the abuse of that. So that's why we have to encourage in usage of the asava aristas and the madhya, which are there in the level of medicinal use, and that is to be enhanced. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me the platform.
Thank you very much, Vanita ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Really,
Sir,
we feel sorry for this technical glitch. Thank you. Thank you very much. And do join. You are excellent orator as well as presenter. So please do join our platform. It is our platform, not mine platform. It is your platform as well.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now I would like to request Dr. Rakesh Job. Rakesh ji, welcome. After long time, welcome.
Thank you, Pawanji. It is after 1 year exactly.
Yes, this is, you should have, we should charge you penalty also for that. Not to share your knowledge. We want to have your knowledge and expertise. Please, please do so. Yes, welcome.
Yeah. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Vinita ji for setting such a nice beginning for this topic. And I would like to again thank Pawan ji for giving me this opportunity. So without having any delay, let me share my presentation. So the topic is the medicinal wines beyond India. Because I live outside India, so I prefer talking about things which are not easily available in India. So my name is Vaidya Rakesh. I am MD in Dravyaguna. I presently live in Hungary in Europe. So what I have done is I was last year, not last year, this year, I got an opportunity to visit wine factory, or where they make the wine. So there was a grape garden, and this is second largest gene bank in whole Europe, where there are more than 1,600 varieties of grapes which are grown there, and they are doing researches also on that. And then there was a possibility of wine tasting. Other people were tasting the wine. I was tasting just the grape juice because I am a teetotaler, so I don't drink alcohol. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the culture of wine in Croatia and Spain, not just wine, but herbal and medicinal wines. So in Croatia, there was a research done where they found out that 38 families and 114 species of the herbs are used in medicating the wines, or giving different qualities to the wines. So the largest families were Lamiaceae, Rosaceae, Asteraceae, and Rutaceae. And species, there were 43 species which are exclusively cultivated in that area, and only 2 species from one genus of coffee, they are imported from other countries. Otherwise, they have their own nice biodiversity which they grow there. And most important is the Vitis draksha. They make it from that. And then the remnants from the pressing of the wine must, like when they make the wine, and then the solid thing that remains, it is called as pomace. in English, and that is distilled and that gets converted into something called as rakia. So in Croatia, it is rakia. In Hungary, they create alcohol, but it is distilled. It's not exactly the wine, and that is called as palinka. So I'm not going to talk about those things much because that doesn't come under the category of wine. So just to let you know that there are traditional local alcoholic beverages which are prepared. And in Spain, there was a research which says that there were 56 families of plants, mainly Lamiaceae, Asteraceae, and Rutaceae, and 215 species, where 2 are fungi and 1 is Animalia also. So I was curious what exactly it is, and they use the shells of eggs. And I couldn't exactly find out how they are using it because the information was not available. But it was very interesting for me that they are using the shells of the eggs for flavoring the wine. And here also the most important is the vitis. So here in European area, the main purpose of using the herbs is to flavor the wine. Now I have chosen just a few examples here out of these 215. One is our Mishreya, the Feniculum vulgare. Then Akshotaka, our akrot, that is also used. Then lemon, lime, Shatapatri, rose, and even Pudina, or our Menta, Putiha. So these herbs are used to give different kinds of flavors. Now, drinking wine, making wine itself is a huge different science, or there is a huge world, which I could get to know only when I visited this winery where they were producing the wine. That even the time of the collection of the grapes, the how much water is given to that, how much sunlight, how much temperature, all these things have to be perfect. Then how they are pressing it, and even the drums in which they prepare the wine, the wood of that drum is also very important, not just from which plant we get it, but for how many or how young or how old that tree was growing. Because and then that growth also has to be very steady. If there are ups and downs in that growth, then the wood quality is not so good. So there are so many things that they have to take into consideration. Now the medicinal qualities or medicinal benefits that are highlighted in the wines here. One is digestive, which we know it is Dipana and Pachana. Second, it is tonic or restorative, which gives a feeling of vigor or well-being. Then these were used as anti-diarrheal also. Of course, it depends on which kind of herbs are used in the wine. Then to stimulate or increase the menstrual flow. Now, wine is Ushna and Tikshna, and that is how it helps to increase the menstrual flow also. Aperitif, it is used as aperitif. So it is any alcohol drink which is taken before meal to stimulate the appetite. And it was used for improving the mood also. Now these are again only few things which they have explored. But Ayurveda has such a huge, wide application of herbal and medicinal wines. So here, comparatively, the knowledge is very, very less. Now, I have just taken a few examples because I'm from Dravyaguna background, then I prefer showing some of the herbs. So these are not the herbs which we get in India. So these are very much specific to Europe. One is this dictamnus. Now, the qualities or benefits that I have written here, they are not the benefits of the wine which is made from this. These are the benefits of the plant itself. So when it is mixed with the wine, then the wine gets those qualities. So for example, this one is used for dyspepsia and other problems of digestive system, to improve the menstrual flow also. Salvia, it is very medicinal here. it is hypotensive and other qualities, but the hydroalcoholic extract is used as tonic and digestive also. Polygonatum odoratum, it is used as anti-inflammatory and expectorant properties in respiratory system also. And it has been used for even cancers. Aloysia, so this is used for relieving mental stress, for relaxation, and even symptomatic treatment for the digestive complaints. Artemisia, I would like to spend some time here. We have it in India also, and it has been here used in coastal areas for malaria remedy. And they used to macerate it or make a kalka of that with concentrated alcohol and up to even 80% in volume. So that strong it was used. And here alcohol was used as anupana, or a vehicle to make this herb reach to the tissue or the cells where it needs to reach. So in general, what medicinal application of alcohol or wine is done here, we can see that there are just fragmentary evidences which suggest a direct relationship between the specific locally prevalent pathologies and the herbal mixtures to be consumed in the form of teas, decoctions, or hydroalcoholic extracts. So the knowledge of that is pretty primitive, but at the same time, it is traditional. So we can call it as European folklore medicine also, because traditional herbero formulations, these are the local methods of making wines, but herbal wines. They respond to these pathologies in such a form that they can be even geographically grouped by territories. Like in this area, these diseases are prevalent, and therefore they are using this kind of herbal wines. In different area, different diseases are predominant, so they used different herbal wines. So one simple example that I would like to give here is that such kind of herbero or complex herbal wines, they were used in Balearic islands, which are like Mallorca or Gran Canaria, these kind of islands. And they are used to combat recurrent diarrhea and dysentery, which happens because of biological contamination of their drinking water. So because they are islands and the water easily gets contaminated, and therefore they get diarrhea and dysentery. So to treat that, then these complex herbal preparations were used. And also for malaria, because these islands, they are very close to the tropical region, and therefore malaria is very common there. So very interesting to know that traditional knowledge was preserved here, and they knew that what kind of herbs should be used in which form. So usually, now I'm going a little off topic. I say that Ayurveda is of in three forms that we can access here. One is the our classical Ayurvedic text, which is in Sanskrit, which we have received from generations together from Parampara. Second is the traditional knowledge or the folklore. Even though they did not know what Ayurvedic principle is being used in treating a certain disease, they knew what exactly to be used for what. Because Ayurveda is it is not man-made; it is God-given. So it doesn't need to come only through that parampara. It can be directly given to a person or people who are very wise and who are open and close to the nature, if they are there to help others. So all these healers, traditional healers that we have been knowing, the folklore practitioners, they get this knowledge from the God himself or the divine itself, that okay, now we don't have an Ayurveda doctor here to help you or any Vaidya here to guide you. So then go here and find this herb, and then it will be useful for this particular problem. So that was the second. And third one is somewhere which is between, like it is neither classical Ayurveda nor folklore, but then people, they start creating their own things and they deviate from this Ayurveda. So now let me come back to the topic. This ethnobotany of wines, it has been studied only recently. And in ancient Egyptian wine, they were finding the residues, and they could find some spices and healing herbs that were added to the wines. So some examples they found was coriander, then lemon balm, peppermint, rosemary, sage, even senna and thyme. So these kind of herbs were used in that. But they are different than our Ayurvedic Sandhana Kalpana, because in these herbs, in these wines, the herbs are they were processed or added later to the wine. So the wine was prepared, and then just to flavor it or just to add some medicinal qualities, then they added these herbs in different ways. Whereas in Ayurvedic Sandhana Kalpana, the herbs are added or processed before the fermentation process starts. So we are really getting the alcoholic and sometimes hydroalcoholic extract in the wine. So our way of Sandhana is much complete and much more advanced than what was practiced here. So the big question, is wine good or not? So maybe yes, maybe no, because it has health benefits. Like these wines have been used traditionally for their health benefits here also and in Ayurveda also. And it is supported by Ayurveda because in Ayurveda, Sura, Arishta, Asavas, they are explained with their health benefits also. But as Dr. Vinita was saying, that it can lead to addictions also. Like Madhatya is a serious condition that disturbs not only your body but also your mind, and it can have long-term negative effects on all aspects of your life, not just physical health, but mental, emotional, social also. So it is like a knife with two edges. Like if you use it for good thing, then it is your friend. If you use it for bad thing, then you can kill someone also. So what I would like to say is that the biggest reason for crime in the society is alcohol. So if you stop alcohol, a lot of crime in the country will be, or in the world, it can be stopped. And you have to take the definite stand that I will not touch alcohol. It's not a problem at all to say that I don't drink alcohol. We should take proud in that. And if you say that I will only drink socially or I will just have one peg, all these statements are nothing but excuses. Now I will be a bit, I will sound a bit rude here, but that is true. And when you open the door for alcohol, it can come in any time and flood you, because this is what has happened with people. They think that, okay, I'm in control, but then it doesn't take much time to lose the control. You should really just shut the door on alcohol, and not just the door, but close the main gate as well, so that it doesn't even reach to your door. You should put a barrier on yourself that I will not drink uh, I will not drink any of these intoxicants. It gives you enormous strength, like when you make a decision. But the moment you become a little loose, okay, I will have it once, then somehow you get caught up again. So this one was for those who are into addiction and those who find excuses to drink alcohol for their mind. So the most important thing is that listen to your Ayurveda doctor. I would suggest, even if you yourself are an Ayurveda doctor, even if you want to use asavas and arishtas and any alcoholic preparations, better go to another doctor and get it as a prescription. Because sometimes you start liking the taste and then you are like, okay, maybe I can increase the dose. I think I need it. My agni needs to be increased and I need to drink more of this asava or arishta. You never know. And then when alcohol takes you over, then you regret all the actions. So like the crimes, when they happen later on, when people, they are out of their Madhatyaya, and you ask them that, how do you feel about this, or why did you do that? They themselves are regretting and they are feeling so bad about themselves. So why do we go to that extent? So I am all for the herbal and medicinal wines, but only when it is used as a medicine, and again not self-prescribed, but prescribed by an Ayurveda doctor. So with this, then I would like to thank you, and thank you, Pavanji, once again for giving me this opportunity. And it is always good to share my experiences and knowledge with all of you. Thank you once again.
Excellent presentation, Dr. Job. Excellent presentation. And really, we are nervous that you are not joining us from last 1 year. We are circulating our program before 1 month. Day after tomorrow, I am again circulating that program. Please communicate me your favorite topics. We will
Sure.
invite you humbly as a speaker because you have great knowledge and you have the we want to start international series also. I would like to discuss you over phone. Thank you very much, Joe.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pavanji.
Now I welcome Dr. Harishji from Canada, and I welcome Dr. Sakat Kumar Basuji from again Canada, Ontario. Welcome.
जी सर प्रणाम।
प्रणाम
डॉक्टर
प्रणाम। मैं
अग्निहोत्री जी नमस्कार।
बिल्कुल सैकत वसु जी के बाद आपको आमंत्रित कर रहा हूँ। अभी हमारा एक वक्ता बाकी है, डॉक्टर सैकत वसु जी। So I would like to invite Dr. Sakat Basu. Welcome, Dr. Sakat.
Thank you, Sharma ji. I'll quickly highlight a few points and I'll leave it for the next speaker to pick on more on the herbal wine. So herbal wine is prepared with incorporation of herbs, possesses many health benefits as our previous speaker has very nicely highlighted. So herbs are used as an enhancer, antioxidant, and also acts as a preservative in the wine. It has natural antibacterial constituents. They have numerous properties like anti-diabetic, anti-cancerous, gastroprotectant, nerve soothing, painkiller, good intestinal motility, and even cardiac activity. Numerous reports and research papers are now coming up on herbal wine, highlighting on their antimicrobial and antibacterial properties against foodborne pathogens. Several herbs that are subjected prove to be so effective in the body that they aid in regulating the enzyme and the secretion. Herbal wine have numerous properties like anti-diabetic, antioxidant, gastroprotectant, painkiller, nerve soothing, good intestinal motility, and cardiac activity. The challenge is it's not yet very popular. Not much people are aware and they know about the herbal wine, and sometimes herbal wine is considered similar to a regular wine. So some people who wants to avoid alcohol do not want to catch up with herbal wine because they also think that it will add up to their habit of taking a irregular infusion of wine with regular and additional health impacts. But this is much better herbal infused wine that is good for health, but there is a lack of education and awareness about this, and I think this is where herbal wine needs to have a lot of popular education among consumers, as also there needs to be a lot of education and awareness even with the doctors, so that there is no confusion of what kind of wine that an individual wants to attempt or try. Herbal wine possesses various antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. That's true. And these herbal wines and medicine reaching up to the DNA level, as many reports indicate, and herbs have the ability to get under the nerve for protection against even radiation-induced chromosomal damage. So people working in radioactive conditions or people who are extremely exposed to radioactivity, particularly say for pilots, astronauts and stuff, are now given a dietary recommendation of taking herbal wines because it reduces the impact of chromosomal damage or DNA damages that has been found in several research reports. But this is still yet in an area of research development and needs modification in that particular way that we need to understand a little bit more details about it. Now, some of the effects produced, let us look, there are so many of them, but let us look into a very few important ones. For example, the antioxidant activity of the herbal wine. These are due to the phenolic compounds which are present in wine prepared from Amla possesses antibiotic activity. Bioactive compound present in herbs of herbal wine have rich antiactive activity, which is effective in free radical scavenging activity, leading to anti-aging, as free radicals are responsible for cell age and death. Herbal wine prepared from herbs like ginger, amla, tulsi, peppermint, lemongrass, and starchy compounds like cassava, starch, purple, sweet potato also possess very good antioxidant activity. Anti-cancerous activity. Herbal wine prepared from amla, tulsi, ginger, aloe vera is effective against cancer and has been reported to likely reduce the incidence and reputation of cancer once undergoing through this process. Very good source of vitamins. Wine is like Brettanomyces, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, Avar ellipsoids, brewer's yeast, pineapple yeast are all very good source of B complex vitamin, fat soluble and water soluble vitamins, and hence are a good supplement to the herbal wine. Among other medicinal and therapeutic properties of herbal wine includes polyphenol present in herbs, herbal wine, which has beneficial effects against human diseases like cardiovascular diseases, cancer, and diabetes. Wine prepared from purple sweet potato possesses therapeutic properties against common ailments like cough, cold, chronic dysentery, increasing functionality of our liver. Herbal wine prepared using tulsi, ginger, lemongrass, and peppermint has positive effect on body in treating diseases like diarrhea, migraine, diabetes. Wine, several of them have been found to be very gastroprotectant, good for cardiac activity, and to reduce nervous inflammation. The other part is the treating various body disorders and dysfunctionality at DNA and chromosomal level. Several researchers are pouring out in both from USA and Europe that herbal wines have been found to have very positive effect. Herbal holy basil wine has a protection against radiation-induced chromosomal disorder by two water-soluble flavonoids, orientin and vicin, present in Ocimum sanctum or like holy basil. Protective role of aloe vera wine against oxidative stress induced by salmonella infection on animal nutrition model has been found to be extremely effective. The oxidative stress has been measured by hepatic superoxide dismutase activity and reduced glutathione level. So overall, we can say based on this that homemade wines or herbal wines have relatively low alcohol content and are better available, better geared for our bodily parts. In homemade herbal wine formulation, there is use of neither any preservative nor any additives. As their herbs are acting as preservatives, so these herbal wines are not harmful for health and are acceptable for daily consumption. Plants contain a diverse array of metabolically active chemicals, which we regard as secondary compounds or allochemicals or phytochemicals, such as glucosides, alkaloids, glycosides, phenolics, steroids, that are beneficial to human and human health. Many metabolically active secondary compounds from plants are capable of inducing varied and profound phenotypic and genotypic change among consumers. Sometimes these secondary compounds or phytochemicals in plants promote better human health and survival just by a regular consumption at a regulated level and observed over a long time. The plant parts are herbs when administered in body act around the clock, from being blood purifiers, antimicrobial in nature, to enhancing, promoting cardiovascular health and maintaining even body weight. So herbal interactions with human cells and enzymes work diametrically, reaching up to the minute electron and thus providing benefits to human, acting as functional foods, giving health benefits beyond normal. So even as a part of the functional food industry, herbal wine manufacturing is getting popularity in the Western countries and are sold at various labels and various grades. The prices range and are pretty fancy ones, and some of them are pretty higher even than the best grade alcohols that we are aware about. So the price is one of the challenging part, particularly in Western countries, where many people may go for a cheaper wine easily available over the shelf rather than expensive medicinally enriched, nutraceutically enriched herbal wine. And the other part I think is a challenge is the negative idea about herbal wine, considering it to be as a regular wine, just being sold under a different name, so that people who are alcoholic in nature, people who look at an opportunity to drink, is just utilizing herbal wine. It is thought that they are using herbal wine as a regular wine and is as a part of their alcoholic consumption process. So we need to increase education and awareness, and I thank AYUSH SAMRIDDHI that this is something quite new. Particularly in India too, although various products over the shelves are easily available. If you look onto the internet, there are a large number in India Ayurvedic products based herbal wine which are available on the shelf. but still it is time to segregate and understand which one is better than other, and individuals have preference for one another. So it has to go a long way. This industry is still taking shape in India, and I sincerely think that over the time, as Ayurvedic medications are becoming more and more popular, both India and overseas, herbal wine is here to stay. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharma. It has been pleasure once again for giving me this platform. So much appreciated.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Sekar. Thank you very much.
I have to leave today a little early because I have a meeting today. If you would kindly excuse me, if you don't mind, I have to another attend meeting today here and there. Okay. Thank you so much. And I appreciate your efforts, and we'll meet you. Do I have a presentation tomorrow? I don't think so, right? Like tomorrow, I do not have a presentation on Sunday.
I will check.
Check and inform me, please. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to request Dr. Harish Verma ji from Canada again. Dr. Harish Verma ji, welcome.
जी सर प्रणाम। तो आज के 2 सेमिनार बहुत अच्छे रहे जी। थायराइड वाला तो बहुत कमाल का सेमिनार था।
3 थे आज भी।
नहीं, मैंने 2 सुने। मैं 2 में रहा, तो बहुत अच्छे थे। और हाइपर जो थायराइड का था वो तो बहुत ही अच्छे स्पीकर थे, तीनों स्पीकर, बहुत कमाल की प्रेजेंटेशन। और जो वाइन के बारे में डॉक्टर राकेश यहाँ पर हैं, तो आई जस्ट वांट टू ब्रिंग वन पॉइंट इन हिज नोटिस दैट आयुर्वेदिक आसावरिस्ट and the herbal wines, there's a difference of the doses. Like wines, usually people consume around 5 ounces per day, but Asavarish cannot be taken 5 ounces per day. This is the basic difference. Do you agree with it?
Yes, sir, definitely. But then we cannot, consider that wine can be replaced by, or drinking wine can be replaced by asavas or aristas, because then we have to see the intention behind it. If the intention is for healing, then it is well and good. But if it is intention is to get intoxicated, then definitely, whether it is herbal or not, it is not a good idea. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Namaskar, sir. Namaskar.
You would like to communicate anything about wine, Harish ji? कहाँ चले गए?
हाँ जी।
अरे कुछ तो वाइन के बारे में बताइए। हम शुद्ध शाकाहारी आदमियों को नाम से ही नशा करा दीजिए, उसमें क्या है?
नहीं, वाइन तो जो जितने आशा वरिष्ठ हैं बहुत कमाल के वाइन वाला काम करते हैं। और इसमें जब इसकी जब प्रेपरेशन होती है आशा वरिष्ठ की, तो इसमें डॉक्टर शर्मा जी आपका बहुत एक्सपीरियंस रहा होगा कि कई बार ड्यूरिंग मैन्युफैक्चरिंग आशा वरिष्ठ जो है वो खट्टे हो जाते हैं टेस्ट में। तो उसका क्या रीजन रहता है?
उसका रीजन ऑक्सीडेशन है, अनवांटेड ऑक्सीडेशन। और नंबर दूसरा विनेगर फॉर्मेशन है। यदि वो विनेगर फॉर्मेशन हो गया, ऑक्सीजन की मात्रा और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की मात्रा में कहीं गड़बड़ हो गई, लीक रह गया, क्योंकि ये आसावरिष्ठ जनरली ऑक्सीजन के अभाव में बनते हैं, ऑक्सीजन नहीं होना चाहिए वो। यदि ऑक्सीजन कहीं लीक हो रही है तो वही ईस्ट उसको केमिकल रिएक्शन करके विनेगर बना देगी, जिसको वो शुक्त कहा गया, शुक्र कहा गया, जो भी कहा है, लेकिन वो खट्टा कर देगी। इसीलिए आजकल मैन्युफैक्चरर एक्सेसिव फर्मेंटेशन को रोकने के लिए और विनेगर ना कन्वर्ट हो जाए, इसको रोकने के लिए एक तो एयर टाइट कंटेनर रखते हैं और सोडियम बेंजोएट इसमें मिलाने लगे टू स्टॉप एक्सेसिव फर्मेंटेशन। तो यदि सिरका बनाना है तो अलग प्रोसेस है, यदि आपकी अल्कोहल बनाना, बिल्कुल प्रोसेस सेम है, केवल ऑक्सीजन के अंतर से आपका चेंज हो जाता है पूरा। मालूम पड़ता है कि वो बनते बनते आसावरिष्ठ और सिरका बन गया। तो ये ऑक्सीजन कंट्रोल नंबर 1 है। एयर टाइट कंटेनर एंड टेम्परेचर का रेगुलेशन वो बहुत दूसरा इंपॉर्टेंट है। और आपने उसको रोकने के लिए क्या डाला है? जनरली वहाँ हम लोग सोडियम बेंजोएट MPPP, यदि कोई ऑयली चीज है उसमें तो MPPP भी डालना पड़ती है। अदरवाइज सोडियम बेंजोएट आजकल का फैशन हो गया है, ट्रेंड, कि वो उसको भी रोकता है और विनेगर बनने को भी रोकता है। जब देखते हैं कि परसेंटेज ऑफ एल्कोहल अच्छा बन गया तो सोडियम बेंजोएट डाल देते हैं, और यदि देखते हैं खट्टा हो रहा है वो, तो ईस्ट और मधु और मिला के उसको एयर टाइट कंटेनर को फिर बंद करते हैं।
तो
तो
डॉक्टर साहब इसमें
ऑक्सीजन और कार्बन,
इसमें जो
बोलिए ना।
परसेंटेज ऑफ अल्कोहल है, क्या इसको
हाँ
हम मेंटेन कर सकते हैं? जैसे
हाँ
कई बार
जी, हाँ
बारह
जी, हाँ जी।
परसेंट रहती है, कई बार 8% है, कई बार 2% है, वेरिएशन आती
नहीं,
रहती है।
वो हमेशा आएगी, इसलिए आएगी क्योंकि SSI बार बार उसका टेस्ट नहीं करती। जो
अच्छा।
इंडस्ट्री है, बैच टू बैच जो करते हैं उनका तो एक सा मिलेगा आप।
हाँ जी।
डाबर, वैद्यनाथ, झंडू, ये बड़ी बड़ी
बिल्कुल
कंपनी
बिल्कुल।
है जो बैच टू बैच करती है, उनका तो एक सा मिलेगा। लेकिन 90% वो कंपनियां जो हैं वो बैच टू बैच टेस्ट नहीं करती। और इसमें बैच टू बैच टेस्ट का वो नहीं है महत्व, इसमें है ऑनलाइन टेस्ट का महत्व। जब वो अल्कोहल बन रहा है, कन्वर्ट हो रहा है ईस्ट के द्वारा, ऑनलाइन हमको टेस्ट करने पड़ते हैं कि कितना अल्कोहल बन गया। यदि समझ लो 4 दिन वो पड़ा ही रह गया, किसी वर्कर की या मैनेजर की निगाह में नहीं आया, तो आपका वो 10% से हाइक होके 14% भी अल्कोहल मिल सकता है। अब कहीं जल्दी है ऑर्डर सप्लाई करने की, धड़ाधड़ सेठ जी को ऑर्डर आया पंचर का बहुत ज्यादा मालूम पड़ा, तो वो बड़ा बड़ा उन्होंने 2 दिन पहले कर दिया, तो अल्कोहल वहां 7% भी जनरेट नहीं हो पाया। तो ये
जी
दोनों मतलब टाइम, टेम्परेचर और ऑक्सीजन, इन तीन का खेला है पूरा। और
जी
कुछ नहीं है, गांव गांव में ये शराब बनती है,
जी जी
गांव गांव में बनती है। देसी दारू जो बनती है वो तो गांव में बनती
जी
है। हम
जी।
आशा और इष्ट में ऐसा कोई तीर तोप तमंचा नहीं मार ले रहे हैं, वो तो गांव वाला भी जानता है दारू कैसे बनती है।
जी जी जी।
लेकिन वो केयरफुली यदि हम बनाते हैं और ऑक्सीजन वगैरह का वो कंट्रोल करते हैं, ऑक्सीजन का कंट्रोल करने के लिए इसीलिए पहले बड़ी अच्छी रीति थी टेम्परेचर और ऑक्सीजन को कंट्रोल करने की, कि वो जमीन में गाड़ते थे, कपड़ मिट्टी करते थे। तो कपड़ मिट्टी में बीच में अल्कोहल नापने का अपने पे कोई तरीका नहीं था। यदि
जी
कपड़ में मिट्टी हो गई तो वो तो तभी नप पाएगा जब वो खुलेगी कपड़ मिट्टी,
जी
और
जी।
जब वो जमीन में से निकलेगा। तो इसीलिए आजकल टेम्परेचर भी मापा जाता है कंटिन्यूअस, जो फर्मेंटर्स होते हैं उसमें उसमें ऑक्सीजन भी मापी जाती है, उसमें आपका अल्कोहल लेवल भी मापा जाता है कि कितना है, और बड़ी इजीली बन जाता है। आजकल इतनी बड़ी बड़ी कंपनियां हैं, एक बैच यदि खराब हो गया और सिरका बन गया तो कंपनी का लाखों का लॉस हो गया।
जी
सिरके को अल्कोहल बनाना बड़ा मुश्किल है। आप
जी
दूसरा अल्कोहल बना लीजिए, लेकिन फिर सिरका अल्कोहल नहीं बनेगा। सिरका
जी जी।
सिरके का ही काम है, ये बिल्कुल क्लियर।
तो डॉक्टर साहब इसमें जो परसेंटेज है, जो गुड़ की परसेंटेज है या शुगर
हम्म
की परसेंटेज है, वो भी
हम्म।
निर्धारित करनी पड़ती है? क्योंकि जो अल्कोहल है, जो मैं समझता हूँ।
वो शास्त्रों में निर्धारित है। वो आप इधर से उधर हिल नहीं सकते। यदि हिलोगे तो आपका प्रोडक्ट शास्त्रीय नहीं कहलाए।
राइट राइट।
यदि आप
तो
हिलोगे उस क्वांटिटी से, लेकिन फिर भी मजबूरी में हिलना पड़ता है, क्यों? कहीं कहीं वो गुड़ डालने के बाद उतना अल्कोहल परसेंटेज नहीं बनता, और या कहीं ज्यादा डाल दिया जाता है तो उसमें ज्यादा बने, तो ये थोड़ा बहुत इधर उधर एडजस्ट करना पड़ता है। लेकिन आप मुंह से प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं बोल सकते कि हमने क्वांटिटी चेंज की,
जी जी जी। ठीक है सर।
क्योंकि वहां तो क्लासिकल है वो।
बिल्कुल 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 ठीक है।
वी आर फोर्स्ड टू फॉलो।
और जो सुरा बनता है जी, उसमें भी थोड़ा बता दीजिए। जो सुरा
सुना
है।
में आराम से पकाया जाता है, इनको 1 महीना भी नहीं पकाया जाता है, इनको तो 5-7 दिन 10 दिन में बैच उतार लिए जाते हैं। लेकिन सुरा के अल्कोहल की 23%, 22% क्वांटिटी थी सुरा में।
नहीं,
जो
जो
सुरा थी
डिस्टिलेशन
अपनी
करते हैं जी।
मृत संजीवनी सुरा जो थी,
जी
उसमें 20% से लेकर 24% तक अल्कोहल आता है। और
जी
वो तभी आ सकता है जब आपने गुड़ ज्यादा डाला हो, आपने ईस्ट ज्यादा डाली हो,
जी
आपने ज्यादा टाइम उसको फर्मेंटेशन को दिया हो, तो वो
जी
बेचारी खा खा के आपके लिए अल्कोहल बनाई दे रही है। वो ईस्ट का ही काम है। जैसे मधुमक्खी हमारे लिए शहद बनाती है, वैसे ही ईस्ट हमारे लिए दारू बनाती
जी
है।
जी
वेरी सिंपल। तो ईस्ट
जी
ज्यादा डाल दो, गुड़ के हिसाब से परसेंटेज से गुड़ ज्यादा डाल दो, उसको खाना मिलेगा ज्यादा, वो आराम से अपना बाई प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा बनाएगी, अल्कोहल ज्यादा बनाएगी।
जी ठीक
तभी अच्छा डाल दो और भूल जाओ उसको, मटके भाग को भूल जाओ, महीना 2 महीना, मालूम पड़ेगा 40% अल्कोहल, 50%
जी
अल्कोहल आ गया।
जी बिल्कुल
मैं
बिल्कुल सही।
कहीं कुछ गलत बोला हूँ तो क्षमा
नहीं
करना।
नहीं बिल्कुल ठीक है, बिल्कुल
हाँ?
ठीक है। और इसका फिर डिस्टिलेशन भी कर लेते हैं जी, जो
देखिए
डिस्टिलेशन होती है।
आशा और इष्ट का डिस्टिलेशन नहीं होता, माइंडेड।
जो
आशा और इष्ट का कभी भी डिस्टिलेशन नहीं होता। आशा और इष्ट में वाटर परसेंटेज ज्यादा है, इसलिए वाटर परसेंटेज यदि डिस्टिलेट करेंगे तो अल्कोहल बढ़ जाएगा, गवर्नमेंट बेचने नहीं देगी।
हाँ हाँ
लेकिन
वो
लेकिन
तो मैं समझता
सुरा
हूँ
यदि
जी।
है, सुरा
नहीं नहीं
यदि है, दारू यदि है, तो उस दारू में से कचरा हटाने को भट्टी लगाते हैं लोग वह खेत में पुलिस के डर से।
जी जी
देसी दारू वाले, अरे साइंटिस्ट क्या बनाएंगे, उससे ज्यादा तेज बनाते हैं वो।
जी जी
पुलिस के डर से भगते फिरते हैं, कहीं ड्रम भगते फिरता है, कहीं वो कचरे के पानी में रहता है। लेकिन वो एक डिस्टिलेशन आपके वाटर परसेंटेज को कम करके अल्कोहल
हाँ
के परसेंटेज को बढ़ाने
जी
का
जी
एक तरीका है।
जी जी जी
आप
बिल्कुल
जितना
बिल्कुल
डिस्टिलेट करोगे उतना अल्कोहल अल्कोहल ऊपर से आ
बिल्कुल
जाएगा, पानी अलग हो जाएगा
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल
परसेंटेज।
सही है,
इसमें तो आप
बिल्कुल
बिल्कुल
सही।
मतलब जहां चाहो 35 साल इसी में रगड़े हैं साहब, इसी में लोगों को
बिल्कुल
बताया है,
बिल्कुल
इसी में रगड़े हैं।
नहीं
मैंने
नहीं
अग्निहोत्री सर, अग्निहोत्री सर,
जी जी
अच्छी भली में हरीश वर्मा जी का एक बहुत सुंदर ग्रुप है कनाडा वालों का, इंटरनेशनल, क्या नाम है
हाँ
सर
जी,
उसका,
आयुर्वेदा लीग,
आयुर्वेदा लीग
इंटरनेशनल आयुर्वेदा लीग, हाँ जी।
है। तो मैं बड़े एंथू में है। मैं एक मिनट केवल 1 मिनट सर, सॉरी, केवल आधा।